All right. Good morning. Welcome. Sorry, I was trying to get something running. I'm always saying I'm sorry here on the channel, but it's always some issue that we're dealing with. The last stream, I don't know if everybody was here or if anybody had caught it, was an issue with Restream, and it really wasn't an issue. I'm not going to blame them, but I'll blame their user interface. They made like a change that screwed things up from the standpoint of creating a new stream and had to get that fixed with them. So looks like everything's working. Should be able to take a look at Star Wars Outlaws. Welcome, everyone. I guess this is the camera that we're working with right now, but I am trying to get this to run. I just got it installed. They didn't allow preloading. Of course, other people probably had early access, not me. Welcome, Strange Gnosis. Would performance be roughly identical to Ubisoft Connect? Rather be playing 20 instead of 50. Oh, I know what you mean. So you're saying, like, since they've had the game on Ubisoft Connect or they've had it on Epic, are we going to see the same performance? I would probably imagine we're going to see better performance just for the fact that they made some updates just recently for the launch of the Steam release. So I'm hopeful, but Steam Deck Unified, you mean verified? It's not verified as far as I know, if that's what you're saying. Right now, the game just released. They probably won't verify or do any kind of playable for another couple days to see what performance looks like. So we're going to get a chance to look at it a little bit before that, obviously, at least on release day. I also have Stalker 2 finally fully downloaded. 150 gigs across 3 devices. Took forever over Starlink yesterday. So we're having an issue here, and I got to figure out whoops, there's Stalker. I'm going to try running this under compatibility. It's just sitting there doing nothing. And I noticed this earlier, just for the few minutes that I had to look at it prior to release. So I'm going to do hotfix. That usually is the thing that'll allow it to push through. It's trying to install Ubisoft Connect, but they're doing, as far as I understood, they were doing something unique with this version where the client isn't going to be involved, but there's still Ubisoft Connect on the back end. I don't know. I didn't understand what the purpose is of having it then, other than continuity with the other titles that support Ubisoft Connect and the point system and all that they have. I don't know. They do some different things, but it's been bouncing back and forth between running the install script and trying to do the Ubisoft Connect install. And I'm trying to figure out why it won't move forward. I'm also downloading it on the Legion Go, which we can flip on the fly, but it's going to take probably an hour for that to download. Proton Experimental would work, potentially, but hotfix is specific, I think, to each game. Bye, chat. Welcome. And Rui Neves. Rui Neves? Be more specific to the game. I've always thought that's the way it worked, but it could be a specific Proton hotfix. I don't know. I've always had better luck with Proton hotfix than I've had with Experimental. Pray for steady 30 FPS. Man, I wish I could I wish I could say that that's what we would be looking at. I don't know, though. What happens sometimes, it helps if I launch desktop mode and then go into game. Yes, that is, but we'll try it before we go that route. I want to see if we can get this thing to run right off the bat, because it should be that, think of it as this. Think of it as somebody that doesn't understand how the Steam Deck works or that there's a totally different OS layer underneath of like the console component. That's what we're targeting to kind of find out. Like, can we get to run? And right now we're not having luck, but can we get it to run without having to do special tips or tricks? Now, there's the whole group of you guys that understand all of this, but there's far more people that buy these things that have no idea about any of that, right? And that's what I'm always trying to showcase is that can we get it to run just off of the console experience before we go down the path of going in, making adjustments to the OS, trying to run it on the actual desktop mode and all of these things that most people don't understand that's there. That's kind of the real, that's the fact, right, in that sense. This is the OLED version that I'm trying to run it on. So for low and steady settings, yeah, that's usually what we end up seeing. Like, I don't know if anybody looked at the Stalker video I threw up. That is very low settings. Like, that's, even with frame generation, you're lucky if you can get 30 FPS, right, on Stalker. And the whole weird thing about Stalker is the game will run, and it'll run close to 30. It didn't really perform as bad. I know some of the, there was another one of the folks on that's usually in here chatting that was just like, oh, it's really horrible. And in one way, yeah, it's kind of horrible, but let's try jumping over here. The weirdest thing about Stalker 2 was that it has controller support in the game, but it doesn't work at all. Like, there's no controller support. I had to go in and do like a custom configuration and drop it into the community templates, and it's basically working off a mouse and keyboard. And I don't think it's great, but it was at least something. So there we could get it running with Proton Experimental. So at least we did get it further. But yeah, I don't know what's up with Stalker 2. Now, it works fine on the Legion Go, obviously, because it's a PC. It worked fine on PC with controller, but for some reason, it does not even see a Steam Deck controller, the Steam Deck controller built into it, but it will see a Bluetooth connected controller and will allow it to somewhat function, but it will not function completely. So it's really, really strange. Yeah, kind of wild. Jesse McMetal, welcome. Sorry, I didn't say, I read your comment, but I didn't say your name, Jesse. Remastered, been updated to 1.3. Should be more stable now. Oh, Horizon Zero Dawn Remasters 1.3. Okay, we'll have to take a look at that again. I think it might still be on the Steam Deck. Yeah, look, that's the new Ubisoft thing where it's just kind of no client involved and it just does this launch, and then it should be one time and that's it, from what I understood. Kind of like some of the other ones where you don't really ever run into it again on Steam Deck. But the Legion Go will probably be a different scenario, right? And we'll also try to run it on a 4090, not on this stream, because I think what we'll take a look at is we'll look at Outlaws here, and then we'll look at it on the Legion Go, and then what we'll do is we'll jump to Stalker 2 and take a look at that briefly on both devices. And I've got one more game that's launching today that's going to be our Saturday show, and that's going to be Dungeon Crawler, which I know runs across everything. It's an indie game from Straphon Studios. We're going to take a look at that, and then I've gotten this before. I don't know what that is. Let me know if you hear the kind of audio breaking up, because I don't think it's the game. I think it's my capture card. I'm not 100% sure, though. I've got to figure out what that is. It's only happening on the Steam Deck, too, which is really strange. Okay, before starting the game, enable some of that functionality. I don't need any of this, but I'm curious, why are we not getting controller support? Okay. It's not bringing it up at all. This is the same thing. It's kind of weird. This is the exact same thing that Stalker was doing. Which makes me wonder, like, is it not an issue there? Because it thinks it's connected to a keyboard right now. But I also had this weird thing before where I had to reorder everything. And no, nothing. Let me see if I can grab the Steam Deck real fast. No, it's not noticing that either. Suspense is killing you. Yeah, the EA launcher is horrible. MVerm. I know what you mean. I really am not a fan of that one. Huh. Okay. Let me do this again. Okay, that's reordered, right? Yeah, really strange. Okay. Let's do this. We're going to close again. I mean, this is why they come with no verification. Ubisoft's no... Yeah, I agree. I don't really understand. I mean, from a marketing angle, I understand the third-party launcher, but if it causes this much pain in the ass problems for people, I don't understand why they continue to push this. What's it going to hurt? I mean, you're not going to have, like, the majority of people that play probably have no issues because they make it run with, like, the PS5. They make it run with the Xbox. They have integration automatically because nobody cares on Ubisoft Connect itself. And then Epic, I don't know what they do because I don't use Epic. But, yeah, really strange why they think putting people through a pain like this is worth it for their company. Funny. Let's try a different Proton. Just to see if we can get to launch. This is the exact same thing that I do have a system update, yeah. I doubt it's related to this game though. But we can try to install it as well. Is Steam input on? I think... Isn't it on Steam Deck that it defaults to on? It's not like on the Legion Go where you have to enable it. And welcome, Art of Fire. It should be on by default. I'm pretty certain on Steam Deck. The system defaults it as that. Let's just see what happens with this. I mean, we're going to be jumping around a little bit, but I'm not 100% sure, but brought to you by Netflix. We'll see what it does on this version. But it could have... I would be really shocked, though. I mean, all Ubisoft games have controller support, even on Steam Deck. I just don't understand why they wouldn't have it. Once we get it up and running, we can flip over and jump to kind of a full screen play of the Steam Deck. Man. Usually I'd get a chance to check this stuff beforehand, but because this is trying to do day of launch, like it took an hour to download it after it went live. And we're doing this all real time. Creeper of Doom, welcome. Ubisoft games on Steam fail to list controller support, and Steam inputs keep using keyboard inputs. I haven't seen that. At least on Steam Deck. Try starting in desktop mode, Steam, start game. Yeah, it's not launching right now, Wild Avatar. Aviator, sorry. We were able to get it to launch under experimental. So if we go in here, yeah, there's nothing that... I mean, it's on the Steam Deck. It's going to default to Steam enabled. Let's try reloading it, relaunching with Proton. You can also turn off Steam input and force a controller. Yeah. Sometimes I've had this where like you try to start it up a second time after you've done the input or after you've done the Proton selection, and then it'll work again. But we'll see. I mean, we'll try. If it doesn't work this time, we'll try and go to the desktop mode. It's much harder for me, though, to do this because I don't have a keyboard set up to the actual device, so it'll take a minute. And it's kind of hidden off on the desk with other stuff behind monitors, right? There's this monitor. There's another monitor in front of it. So I'm trying to see if we can get this thing to run without having to tear apart my entire rig. All right, this looks... It sounds promising. It's not making the same noise, but still, yeah, it's not bringing up the controller at all. And after yesterday, that was kind of a unsurprising component. Yeah. So, let's do this. Let me think. How can we do that? It could also be a simple thing like they don't have controller support defaulted from the game build. You know what I mean? Like it's not bringing it up. Let me see if I can find my layout buttons here. I'm trying to think which one's set to what. I think it's these two. Hang tight. All right, let's try the keyboard first. I want to see if they have, if it's not as simple as they just don't have controller default turned on. Let me think about this. So we're going to do this. I'm going to try to do it in the simplest way possible. There's a day one patch already, yeah. No, I was trying to do that. I think I would have tried that first, yeah. I'm just going to go into settings. I want to see what it looks like in the game settings and see if they don't have controller enabled. I've had that before where the game just does not have it but by default, and then you're kind of screwed. That would be really strange, though. But I've seen weirder things. I'm trying to see what the audio sounds like right now. God, are we loading shaders? We must be loading shaders. Or something. Is it still... Nope, not frozen. We got music. Let's see where we go. I don't know what it's doing. It looks like it's frozen. I don't want to be too hasty. I have a feeling it's loading something in the background that we can't see, though. But it also is not, you can see kind of, it's just, it looks like it's frozen. Let's see. And that audio, I don't know what's up with that. Let's do this. I'm going to actually pull the Steam Deck really fast. Let's see what it does. We'll flip this around. I'll throw it onto something else. Oops, or it killed the whole thing. There we go. That was probably bad, but we'll do it like this. So you can see, oops. Unfortunately, I was trying to download it on the Legion Go as well, and it's not awake, or it didn't start. I don't know what's going on. Okay, well, it's still trying to download. All right, let me try and do this. We're going to get rid of the desktop piece out of the way. I'll plug it in as soon as I get it up and running, but let's just see what it's doing. Experimental. Yes. Without any external keyboards or anything connected to it. Let's see what it does. But we always have the Legion Go. It should run on that. Yeah, it's had me yesterday when I had all the issues with Stalker, just let alone the size, trying to get it downloaded, but then it would not work with the keyboard or the control configuration as well. That just caused a whole problem. Okay, so we are getting it to load. Which one am I on? That one. Let's just see what it does. If I can get it to run on here without any of those issues, then I'll throw it back on the desktop. What do they call that? The dock. Otherwise, once we're done with this, I will try to go into desktop mode, and we'll see if we can't get it to load from there. Again, not ideal, and probably the reason that will hold a lot of things back moving forward for the Steam Deck, if developers continue to that. I just couldn't see them doing that. I mean, given that every other Ubisoft title launch has been pretty much, most recent ones have been pretty much running on Steam Deck, no issues. Yeah, it's not running at all. what happens is it gets to that point where you hear the music and it actually locks up the device. You can see that there's no movement on the I guess, I don't know what the hell you'd call it, the heartbeat monitor of the FPS. Oh yeah, yep, know that as well. But the game is locked up internally. Let's see. Nope. Yeah, it's playing music, but it can't. Yeah, even if you do that, if you hold that button and then you press the left button, it's froze. The game is froze. Okay, let's do this. How many other things have we had show up? Let's go settings, system. Is there anything in the client update? Video recording. I don't know. Let's go ahead and take that and I'll let it restart. That way we can mix or knock one of the things out. Watching. Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure Ubisoft is concerned watching this channel. No, what I would say is that I would be concerned with it, again, that other Ubisoft releases have had no issues with Steam Deck. Although they may not run optimally, they would actually still run. And that would be my biggest concern, is what is going on with this release specifically that would cause it not to run on the Steam Deck. Just, again, not having to do anything like go onto a desktop mode, which 98% of the people that have a Steam Deck probably don't understand that or have not really went to that side of it. That's usually how any PC is, right? There are 90, I guess maybe 95% of the people never touch anything that takes trying to get something to run. Console experience. A lot of console people come over and get a Steam Deck. And if they can't get it to run just from, this desktop mode or this console mode, it's not a good experience. Okay, so it's restarted. It did just, let me do another thing here. I'm going to verify the integrity. Let's just see what that does. And again, as soon as I can get this working, we will toss it onto the dock. We just got to remove things out of the way. Okay, that's working now. Tommy, welcome. Are we waiting for patch 1.5? It's probably not a joke. There is no patch that I know of. It finished downloading right before we went live. But I am going to verify the integrity of the files to see if there's anything. Julian, welcome. It's not performing well yet. Don't lose hope. Sometimes we just need to mess around with it to get it to run. We're about halfway through. We were having an issue where it'll load, but it locks up before it gets to the title menu screen or anything like that. Initially, we also couldn't get the keyboard or the controllers to work. Had to use a keyboard to get it to move forward. So right now, I'm just trying to kind of weed out stuff before we get to that point. And again, we can try and do like go to desktop mode and stuff like that in a bit, but it'd be better to showcase how you can get it to run without having to do any of that. Because again, I probably would say, like, I don't know, what are some of the other Steam Deck channels? Like Deck Wizard or somebody like that. They may go in and do stuff like that. I don't showcase things that are not like what the 100% of people can do, right, on Steam Deck. I'm not looking to be like mods and stuff like that, because that doesn't help really. That only helps. I don't even know if that helps really anybody, because most people that know how to mod or know how to adjust things technically go into the OS layer, go into the, you know, the VRAM and adjust that, or download external programs to make it run better. They're going to figure that out on their own anyhow. And there's channels for that. But for everybody else, you got to make things simple. Otherwise, it's not going to help them, right? If they don't know that it can run just by clicking a button and it's starting. I know it's the very like noob pleb, whatever kind of idea you want to have about like how people play games and how you play games, but it's the reality of like the games industry doesn't survive on the 3% that understand how to run everything. It survives on the 97% that, you know, just pick up a controller and go. Did try with the keyboard and the mouse for a minute there by chat, but it's just, it was locking up. So it wasn't, you know, the keyboard and the mouse definitely got it to move forward past one point, but it didn't do anything beyond that, because it would the game would lock up at that point. It's so new. This game is Proton DB client list. Client have a solution. It's so new. This game that Proton DB doesn't. Oh, doesn't. I get it. I thought it said client doesn't have a solution. Yes, that would make sense. Yeah, Gabe should get that out. I know. I don't know what he does all day. He needs to start working on Steam Deck. Actually, I don't know. I would love to know how many people they have that actually look at the Steam Deck and see the games, the new releases that are coming, or any of that type of thing, right? Rather than like all automated, which is my guess is how they're doing it. Is because when I had 4 games that were on Steam that I had personally published, you know, for a company, and I knew what it took to get them, but that was very early on. This was like when the Steam Deck first released. Now I have to imagine they do it through automation. There's nobody sitting there manually checking. Maybe they go in and manually check afterwards. I have to think it's mostly automated. I don't want to... is it moving forward? It's trying to trick me. No, I get you, Ver. It's running. It took a system update, a complete reboot of the machine. I would probably imagine it was the reboot of the machine. I don't think the system update had anything to do with it. But it does look like it's working. Unfortunately, it is not recognizing the controls at all, but it is running. So that's part of the battle. Let's see what we can do to get this thing running off the controller firsthand. And then I'll throw it onto the deck. Onto the dock, sorry. Let's see if there's anything we can do here. This is the same issue that... Yeah, it's really strange. Either it's my Steam Deck. I'm not 100% sure why that would be. Or it's something to do with like the recent versions of games releasing that may have Unreal. I don't know. I kind of think this is an Unreal 5 title. I'm not sure if Stalker was. Okay, let's just see. Zoom. Yeah, no. So my guess is if I go in here and I choose mouse and keyboard as the controller method, it's going to work. Let's just try that really fast. Yes, that's what's happening. So mouse and keyboard will work. Let's just see if the controller is not on by default. Gameplay. And then once I know that controls, there we go. Advanced controls. Man, they got a lot of things. Holy crap. Starship controls. My God. Okay. Where is controller specific info? Man. I don't know if they actually support control on this thing or not. It does show controller layout. No, it does. It just doesn't see one. That's what it is. I just found that. Okay, let me throw it onto the dock and let's take a look at it. Okay. All right. Let's switch over now. I've actually plugged in a mouse, keyboard, everything into it. So ultimately, give me a second to adjust that audio. Okay. Sorry. I hope I didn't blow anybody's headphones out. All right. So now we should be at least able to control it. Yeah. So here's what we can see. It does have controller support, and I think it auto detects. So that could be part of the issue right here because it's not detecting a controller at all. A victory, yes. It runs on Snowdrop engine. Okay. Two totally separate things then. All right. Yeah, there's no... I think it auto-detects the controller, so there's nothing that we can really tell it to do if it's not seeing it. Because if I put the Steam Deck into mouse and controller configuration, then it can work. And I'll do that here right now. So let's just... I'm using an 8-bit DOE, right, controller here. We'll just switch this around. Since we got this now. So yeah, this is an 8-bit DOE. It thinks it's a Switch controller, but it's not. I guess, well, it didn't even recognize the actual controls on the Steam Deck, so it doesn't really matter in that sense. But if I go in here and I basically tell it, like, treat this as a mouse and keyboard, right? We'll do that. Then it works. But if we go back in and we tell it treat it as a controller, and I'm just going to choose a gamepad. Well, I'm lying now because it's working. I don't know what happened. I don't know what the difference is. It didn't work on the default one. So I guess you have to choose gamepad only? It's working now. That is really strange. Okay. Well, we've got it going. Let's just see what we're working with in terms of graphics now. Man, it does not... I don't know. We'll have to pull it off, and I'll have to try the Steam Deck again with just the gamepad configuration without the flick stick or whatever they default it to, which is like touchpad and flick stick, seemed to be not working, but I don't know. But it's working now. At least on a, on a external controller, so I don't know. Okay, let's see. They do have FSR3. They've got frame generation. That's good, at least. Biased upscaler. No upscaling will be... Let me remove myself here just for a second. I'm going to change something over. Let's see. Do I? Hopefully it didn't screw up everything. I hit the wrong button. Come on. Come back around. Let me try this. Okay, hold tight. This way we can see everything behind me here. Let's see. Edit. Throw that on. I should be able to zoom in, I think. I need this one. There we go. Oops. Okay, let's see. So 4K, what is this now? Upscaling is based on a fixed rendering resolution. Upscaling, which is based on rendering a 4K output. Huh, okay. I haven't ran into that before. Let's go with fixed. Give it a try. Alright, so everything else, what are we set to? Fill screen, 1280 by 800. Ultra performance, what's the target frame rate? Locked. Cinematic frame rate, locked. Vertical, we don't have to have that. Quarter rate, third rate. Man, they have so many freaking things. Okay. Let's back out. Let's look at graphics. Yeah, but you know what? I think it'll be fine with the frame gen. I've only ran into it like a couple times where it's been less of an issue. Like Horizon Zero Dawn was the first time and only time I've run into one where frame generation on something like that did not work properly. Motion blur, let's get rid of that. Don't need that. 0, 0, 0. Okay. Man, they have so many things on here. Everything's set to low, so I think... Let's go ahead and fire it up. Let's see what we can get. I would love to see it run 60. You know, and Mirage did pretty well. If you saw that or played Assassin's Creed Mirage, it actually didn't perform horribly. It didn't lock at 60, but it was definitely locked above 40 with the right settings. So I'm kind of hopeful that they could do the same thing here. That was just a rough start to get it to run at all. Is there any kind of like audio clipping or anything like that? Do you guys hear that on your end? I'm trying to listen to it. I've heard it before. Go for high and set it to lower. I don't think we can always go up. That's what they say. You never go back. No, I'd rather start it. I mean, it doesn't matter to me, but in the end, I'm feeling that we'll be most likely to see a good performance on low. Okay. Cutscenes are like 40s, 50.
Represents some of the most powerful criminal organizations in the galaxy. Pikes, Crimson Dawn, Huts. It's a golden age for the underworld.
I've never played this game, by the way, so I didn't even see it on Epic or on Connect or anything like that, so I have no baseline expectation for the game itself. I'm just solely looking at the Steam Deck.
One of you sends a spy into my own house.
Let's bypass this. Can we? Wait, what's that say? X. We'll see what this will say then. Or what we'll see when we're in gameplay. That's more what I'm looking for. I'm just going to kind of bypass any of this. Okay. Let it stabilize for a minute. 40s? 50s are not bad. Obviously, we're not outside. We're not in the open world, but let's see if we can get there. I'm just following whatever that little rat was. Yeah, exactly. M-Verm. Yeah. We're good on the pre-rendered cutscenes. Good. I'm just skipping past any of this. Any of the dialogue stuff. We'll just get into the gameplay. That's what we're trying to get to. Broken data spike. What's she supposed to do? I like that there's not a lot of stuff on the screen. Do we go outside? Nice. Yeah, I'm pretty happy that there's not a lot of, like, HUD items. If that's the way the game is, then that's amazing. Okay. Well, there. Okay, we're seeing it dip a little. Let's let it kind of do its stabilize thing. There's 40s, 30s. I mean, we did see it like when it was loading in, probably at like 20 some. What are we doing? Going this way. And I think we had really... Everything is set to completely low, isn't it? I think that's how we had it set. We'll check one more time, but I think everything is set to as low as it can go. Is this where it's headed? Nope. On the other side. Here we go. I mean, I'm thinking that, who was it that said that earlier? Like a locked 30? You're probably going to be close to that.
Come on, I just need my data spike fixed. Because the forged identicards on that
we can skip past
wall
this, I think.
off this planet.
At least they've enabled that where you can just skip through.
Let's get some credits.
Let's just check something really fast. Video. I'm just going to unlock things just to make sure. Out of sleep focus, no. Screen cow, no. Frame gen, I mean, we can turn it off just to see what it looks like. I'm going to put this upscaler mode to off. We are on ultra performance. Let's just see what it'll do without frame gen. Okay, yeah. I mean, frame gen definitely is assisting it. So what can we do to... Do we got a pickpocket? I mean, essentially this is like Assassin's Creed, right? Maybe. Can we pickpocket people? No. Open journal. Oh, maybe that's what they want me to do. Okay, well, somehow we need to get credits, but regardless for now. So frame gen definitely making a difference. Let's turn that back on. Whoops. Video. And we'll leave that upscaler mode off. Or maybe that was helping. It seemed like we were actually getting better performance with that on. Now we're kind of slightly below 30. Okay, we got to take police, or actually the place. Okay, is there stuff in here?
Need my data spike to break into this.
Nope. I don't know. It seemed like it was doing better with that other mode. Video. Let's just turn it back on. Upscaler mode. And we had it fixed, right? Yeah. Whatever that upscaler mode does, I didn't understand what it was saying. It was like adjusting things. It definitely looks like it turning that on with some others in frame generation definitely seemed better.
Busy night? You're not getting in, Kay. Club's already got.
I don't feel it necessarily. No, Ember.
Really funny.
Yeah, we can try. I'll boost up the quality overall, but I mean, right now it definitely seems like we're 40s. Nope, can't go there. No, I don't really feel like there's a controller lag with it. I'm just trying to see right now. I mean, there's some stuttering here and there as we're transitioning a little bit, but it doesn't feel like there's any controller lag.
How's business, Valek?
It's too good. I can't leave to go place a bet on the farthier tables. Even have an inside track on the winner.
I can place that bet for you because you're a friend.
Oh yeah? That'd be great. There's a data pad nearby. A friend of mine put the winner's name on it. Find it and bet everything.
No problem.
So we got 25 credits. Is this the data
I
pen?
almost feel bad for him, but I need credits more than he does.
Okay. All right, let's yeah, it's still, I mean, it's still bouncing around a little bit. Like, I've seen it drop into the 20s here and there.
Something catch your eye?
But let's just do this. Let's see if we bounce this up to like medium, as you were saying, Ember. And let's see what we get. Let's go medium. Is there anything else that we would have? I'm going to turn these motion blurs off because I don't use motion blur myself, but let's get rid of that stuff. We'll set it to medium. Anything else we can adjust? Oh, well, we can't turn ray traced anything off on medium. That may be a problem. Okay. I mean, if that's truly set, well, see there, it did another thing where it was like trying to spin the camera and it stopped. It is Steam Deck, yep. Yeah, on all, it's Steam Deck. Welcome, by the way. And Eric, welcome. GPU is screaming. Yeah, I mean, that's what it is, right? But trust me, I mean, if anybody's had issues, I probably would, because I doubt many people have played 500 games, you know, for 1,000 hours on their Steam Deck. This is the exact same Steam Deck doing that. So even though I've seen it go all the way up and, you know, pretty much cap out on the CPU, I've never had an issue with any of it. All right, who are we looking for now? Is there anybody else? He said something about... Oh, I guess maybe what we have to do is pick up the rest of this stuff and sell it. But yeah, this is medium. It's 40s, 30s, low 30s, 20s. That's what it seems like. There's some stuttering, though, like I said, when we're... Kind of like when we're transitioning. It seems like we're doing that. Oh, that thing is with me. Okay. I didn't know that Critter was part of the team. Let's see. Let's go graphics. I mean, do we want to see what high says? Because there's ultra. Let's just see. Just for fun. So this is on high. Okay, now we're definitely in the 20s. 20, 30. And you can see that motion blur kicking in. Oh, can I sell to this guy?
Need a hand?
Oh, there we go. This might be the stuff that we need to sell. I think we got it.
Okay, let's go see Preben. See you later. Hey.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuttering there. Yeah, that's exactly it, Ember. Okay, let's go back. I'm not even going to try Ultra. I'm curious about low, though. Does it turn off all of the ray tracing? I would have to think. No, it just, ray tracing is always on. So that right there probably is part of the issue of why it won't do better than what we're seeing. I mean, it's still pretty good, given that it's a brand new game. They haven't made any adjustments, most likely. I would say give it another week, see if they patch after they get data performance back from devices, and potentially we might get a little bit of a bump. But yeah, we'll leave everything else the way it is. So now we're back to low, right? Yeah. Which low didn't look bad. I didn't think it looked too bad. And it looks like you might be able to kind of get a, not locked, but hang close to 40. All right, dude.
Okay, Preben, I have the credits.
No, wait, yeah, you can't turn ray tracing off, which is surprising, I thought, as well, Eric. We ended up using, was a Proton Experimental. All right, so did we get what we needed? Yes.
Okay, now we get that identicard from Club Tarsus.
So that's where I would think ray tracing is probably holding it back, because there's no way to fully turn it off. Steam Deck wise, right? For anything above the Steam Deck, you're probably going to be... I mean, even the Legion Go can handle a little tiny bit of ray tracing. So, okay, can we get in here? Or no, they're not going to let me. I got to go around. Oh, there was... I know where to go. There was the door up here underneath the... Yep. Because it said I needed my pad fixed or whatever.
Okay, no going back now.
I don't... I mean, I see a slight bit of stuttering. Is it Team Moki? Yeah, I see a slight bit of stuttering on my end, but maybe not as much as you do. I stream over Starlink because I live in the middle of nowhere. So that might cause more of the stuttering than it should. Okay, hold on. How do we do this thing? I don't even know. I've never tried this. Let's see. So listen to the rhythm and press RT. Okay. If you want the visualizer, you can do the other. Oh, God. I'm not good at this. Oh, I see what I'm looking at. Okay. I don't know if it's my poor rhythm. Oh. But it's easier for me to do it when I see it. Well, there was some stuttering there that threw it off. Ah. This is ridiculous. How much more do you have to do? I don't understand. What am I supposed to do here? See the rhythm. If you want help, use that. Every beat in a loop. Okay, I'm going to enable the other thing just to see if I can... There we go. I couldn't figure it out. Hey, Steve, how are you? Welcome back. Good to see you, man. Thank you for hanging out, stopping in and hanging out.
We're going up.
I could not get that mini game. I don't know. May take time. Oh, we're going up this way? Oh, she has a lasso or something. Okay, this is what I thought. There was like transitioning and stuff like that. So it is like Assassin's Creed. Drop.
Do your thing, Nix. Just like I taught you.
God, that's dark. I might have to turn up the... Let me turn up the brightness a little bit. I think the stream ends up being a little bit too dark. Not there. Where is the... Pause, fill screen. Do we not have brightness? That's high contrast. Maybe it's under advanced. Nope. Well, maybe we don't have it. What else would that be under? User interface? No. The HUD and all that stuff. Gameplay? I don't know. I might be missing it. I don't know. I guess maybe we don't have adjustments. That'd be weird. All right. So what's he going after? He is going after...
Hit that button for me.
There we go. Welcome, Dougie. Just joined. How would you compare this game to Fallen Order Survivor games? I don't think this is like Souls. I think this is more like an Assassin's Creed game. Which kind of has some of those components anymore, but it's definitely not the same difficulty. There's some traversing, though. I mean, that would be similar. Where are we going? We're still going that way. I don't think we need to mess with this stuff, do we? Oh, maybe if we need to hide.
Here we are.
There we go. This is at the very beginning. We were trying to get it to run on the actual device, on the Steam Deck itself. So, very beginning of it. Ezio, welcome.
We're close. The identicard is in the boss's office.
Let's see. Yeah, no, like I said, I don't think it's like, Fallen Order. I think it's more like a Assassin's Creed type gameplay, rather than like where Fallen Order is closer to a beat 'em up, right? In that sense. I mean, I guess they're kind of the same. They'd probably be very similar in that sense. I don't think this is, I don't know. I mean, I have no preconceived notion whether this is a good game or a bad game. I was interested in it just to see what it looked like. The character seems cool, you know, kind of interesting. So I'm a little bit more prone to like giving this a try. I'm not a huge, well, I used to be a Star Wars fan growing up as a kid, obviously, but I've not watched any of the new Star Wars stuff for a long time. So this just looked like an interesting title because it was open world. There we go. I'd like to get to the more open world parts before we jump over to the Legion Go, because I think the Legion Go might be... Let me just check really fast. Sorry, I'm going to break this really fast just to see.
Yeah, he only cares about 2 things.
Yeah, we're good to go on the Legion Go, so we can check that out as well.
Up about it? Loves it more than his mother.
And one more thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start it downloading on the big PC, because I have a 4090 here as well, so give me 1 sec. Okay, sorry. Let me just start that download really fast. And then we'll continue on where we're at here on the Steam Deck. So give me 1 sec. There it is. There we go. Okay, cool. Then we can take a look at it on there if everybody's up for that too. But that'll probably take another hour, so we'll get plenty of time to kind of see these as we go. You like this game, Izzy? Okay, yeah. I was interested, like I said, but I wasn't going to buy it on Ubisoft or on Epic. Not that we couldn't play it off of those. You can play it on there, on any of them, but on Steam Deck. But I just didn't want to pick it up on any other platform. I wanted to try it on Steam. So what are we doing now? Steal the forged identification card. Where's that at? I guess we got to go this way. Yeah, I don't really think this is bad.
I'm Kay, and you're gonna let
But we haven't gotten to the open world yet, though.
On the list.
Oh, my friend Preben put me on the list.
Preben should have paid more.
Okay, so we either bribe or we can bluff. I don't think we can bribe. Looks a little bit harder.
Who owns T85?
Yeah, that's my ride.
Nice speeder. Some scrap rats are outside trying to jack it.
What? Get out of my way. No one scraps my Jobin. I just got it modded.
All right, well, that was easy. A little too easy. All right, let's see if we can't get up there. I kind of hope that the open world is next, but yeah, see, this is why I kind of feel like it's an Assassin's Creed game. There's more stuff like that. All right, we need
Pick that
something.
lock, grab the identicard, and disappear.
Oh, not this thing again. Okay. I can't do it without that other thing. Hold on. Oh, wait. No, enable. It was on. God, I can't even do it then. I'm too fast. There we go. Because you even have to keep an eye on it. That's going to suck. Is it... Okay, we're trying to get it closer. Okay. I was trying to wait until it was much further out. Oh, God, I suck at this. Oh, that's the critter making the noise. Oh. Okay. God, I'm horrible at this. Isn't there a way to bypass this? Did it again. You think they would give it to you? Okay. I'm going to blame the Steam Deck. It's lagging. It's not lagging. Okay. I don't understand what they want you to... That? That. I jumped too fast. Okay. There's it. There's another one. I don't think it helps with the actual beat in the background either from the music. How many of these do I have to do? This is not a fun mini game. I mean, haven't I done it enough? I don't understand. I can't get it. Let's try it again. Okay. I'm finding it's running really well, Star Wars nerds. It's not a bad game, and welcome, by the way. Furry Pesto. You can disable it in this. Oh, thank God. Let's get rid of this. Yeah, this is. I don't understand that mini game. I have not figured it out yet. So is that what under in settings? Maybe accessibility? No. I was kind of thinking it would be this. Gameplay, maybe. Where's that dumbass thing? Because that, I don't understand it. I can't, I mean, I kept hitting it over and over again. I thought maybe I was doing it wrong. I'll mess with it off screen. Like, let's just move along and not worry about it.